The political landscape continues to grow with more and more candidates announcing for various seats. The domino effect taking place when Jack Kingston announced he was going to run for Senate. That left his seat open. Several candidates have announced, including David Schwarz, who is with us live and in person right here in the studio. Who in the world is David Schwarz? Morning, David. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
All right. Why'd you get in this thing, and tell a little people about who you are and where you come from?
Sure thing. And thanks for having me on, Bill. I obviously grew up around here watching you on TV, so now you've become a conservative radio star. And
the older you get, the better face you get for radio.
This is great stuff. But anyway, I'm a little about myself. Grew up in Chatham County, just outside the Savannah city limits on Alahope. I, grew up in Alahope Methodist Church. That's where our kids go to preschool now, and that's where, I was sort of raised and where we're raising our family. When I did leave, I went off to Vanderbilt University, and then I went to work first as an intern for Jack Kingston in 95 at the height of the contract with America when the first year Newt Gingrich was becoming Speaker. Mm-hmm. I went back up the next year and started on his front desk. He offered me $20,000 a year. I thought it was a great gig.
Man.
I couldn't talk him up to 22 or 25. Those were the other offers I'd gotten. Jack's a frugal guy. But I stuck it out and, rose up to head his policy department in Washington. And we really had a front row seat on everything from balanced budgets to actually created surpluses in those days. Fought back the
surpluses. What the heck is that?
I know. These were very pre-9/11 days. We've forgotten it all. We cut government spending. We had surpluses. We even did some creative things around the coast here in terms of balancing environmental interest at Cumberland Island. You could go down the list. I learned a lot from Jack. He's a good man. He, never sold out and moved to Washington, and he was a good person to learn under.
David Schwarz, running for his 10th district or 1st district congressional seat. What is the what do you want people to know about you, and how's the campaign going?
Sure. So when I left Jack's office, I went into the private sector. I went to work for a major Georgia international law firm and began working with a number of companies, small, medium, and large, that focus on economic development projects around the Southeast, in particular along the coast of Georgia and here around Chatham County. We worked on a lot of projects, including full privatization of the military family housing here at Stewart and Hunter. And I'm proud to say that all the Army family housing is fully privatized now across the country. But this was one of the first projects, and it's something we worked from the local, state, all the way up to the federal level. It was a federal program, genuine privatization. My platform in this race is not that dissimilar from that. From my government experience, learning under Jack Kingston, and then from my private sector experience, I am running on a platform that's next-generation conservative leadership. And we define that on our website at voteschwarz.com. That's SCHWARZ, no T, because I'm for less taxes. I think we're overtaxed. So it's SCHWARZ. But my platform is next-generation, creative, sensible, forward-thinking, positive solutions, public-private partnerships, exactly what I was just talking about. And then by conservative, we have a simple three-pronged test. Conservative, that word gets thrown around a lot today in America. We've gotten away from our roots. I think you would agree on this. And my conservative test is it constitutional, is it affordable, and does it return power to the states, localities, and communities?
God bless you.
Supreme Court made a big decision yesterday. It returns powers to the states and localities. That's a significant step.
And boy, all the liberals who just love Supreme Court decisions, when the one comes out they don't like, boy, they sure get their shorts in a wad.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And on the leadership piece, I think I've proven myself from heading Jack's Washington policy office to heading a team at a major Georgia international law firm, and then I started my own business in 2007. We doubled our revenues within 2 years, and we've worked on a number of exciting, innovative public-private partnerships across the coast of Georgia and throughout this district.
All right, and coming up, by the way, at 8:43, we have an attorney and a former federal prosecutor, Douglas Burns, on the Supreme Court decision yesterday concerning that Voter Rights Act and returning power to the states. And what was so unfair about that, David, is the fact that it was only about 16 states they were targeting. Now, the rest of them looks like, okay, you're okay. But it was all here in the sunny South.
Right. It's the distinction that we've had here for a number of years. It is high time, I think, the 5-4 majority got this right, that it's time to return power back to the communities.
All right. David, find out how people find out more about you.
Yeah, it's at voteschwarz.com, SCHWARZ.com. And, you can find our numbers on there. You can call us, text us, email us. We're on Facebook at David Schwarz for Congress. We're even on Twitter. So we're posting constantly. We've got a big June 30th deadline coming up on the fundraising side of things, but we're off and running, have a great organization put together, and I truly believe that we are have the most skills, experience in this race for any candidate that will enter this race, and that we've got a fresh, positive message on next generation conservative leadership. And I encourage you to please get with us and to try to join our cause today. It's going to be an exciting campaign, and we're very, very excited about it.
All right, David, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. All right, sir. David Schwarz, and that's SCHWARZ, right?
ARZ.
Yes, sir. So check that out. And running for Congress, running for Jack Kingston's seat. He is vacating that to run for the Senate. Coming up,